to present one of our Kentucky Association of School Librarians awards today. Our award recipient had a prior commitment for Saturday's KASL award ceremony, and we wanted to make sure he had the opportunity to be recognized this week. The Jesse Stuart Media Award recognizes individuals or organizations that have made major contributions to the development of media relating to Kentucky. The award was first given by the Kentucky School Media Association in 1973. The media that year, a sound film strip. Since then, award recipients have included authors, books, newspapers, documentaries, TV shows, and even a Kentucky-themed poster. But this is the first year, I believe, that the Jesse Stuart Media Award will go to a radio show. Kentucky Afield Radio takes listeners inside outdoors each week on the subjects of wildlife conservation, habitat, and nature-related recreation. The show first aired in 1953, and Charlie Baglan has been the host and producer of Kentucky Afield Radio since 1997. Recent episodes have included Summer Habits of Kentucky Bears, Eagle Weekends in Kentucky, and my favorite, Make-Believe Animals in Early Childhood Learning. It was through that episode that I had the opportunity to work with Mr. Baglan and to be introduced to the wonderful show he produces for citizens of our Commonwealth. Join me in honoring Charlie Baglan and Kentucky Afield Radio with KASL's 2016 Jesse Stuart Media Award.
Say anything or should I sit down? Your choice. I will say something. Because I am in media. Thank you. I've had a question burning since 1981. I went to Northern Kentucky University, and I know that in here it is a virtual hodgepodge of librarians from law and medical, public libraries, college, maybe some schools. At Northern, there's a particular library that I would go into, and I was a student there. It's called the W. Frank Steele Library. Now I want to know, was it just me, or did anybody else call that the Steely Dan Library? Is it just me? Can't be. Others had too. I don't want to talk very long, but I do want to say a few words. I was probably 10, 12 years old before I thought a librarian was anything other than the person who would go, shh. I like to talk. In a little town, I'm from Carrollton, there was this lady up there who I remember back in 1964, that was her job. I guess I like to talk too much or giggle. She might still be here today. I think at the time she was about 187 years old. I don't see her here today, but I'm surprised. If you have not been familiar with the Kentucky Afield radio show, I'm not surprised. But the Kentucky Afield TV show, maybe. It's on Kentucky Educational Television, has been forever and a day. The radio show is a branch of that. The Kentucky Afield magazine also part of that. We're all out of Frankfort in the Department of Fish and Wildlife, and it's a pretty good program. It can deal a lot with the outdoors, people who like to hunt or fish. My particular show, Kentucky Afield Radio, is one that I would hope you would tell the people who come into your library about, if they're looking for anything about environment, about wildlife, about rabbits or bald eagles, Endangered Species Act, whatever it may be. It's about Kentucky wildlife, and it's from the foremost experts in the field, from commissioners to the wildlife biologists to the people who make it happen. Top shelf individuals are always my guests, and I'm just proud as I can be. My wife, sitting over here to my left, our daughter-in-law is a brand new librarian this year. And it's come a long way from the little lady up in Carrollton who and I asked her the other day, we were at lunch, I said, it's more than just the Dewey Decimal System now. It's more than just books on a shelf. It certainly is. It's everything information. And so to get this award from somebody, the curators of all this wealth of knowledge, literacy, that's nice. I feel like maybe I have arrived in a sense. Maybe I have met your standard. And so thanks for giving me this Jesse Stuart Award. It means the world.